Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves to Scrap with another layout, day 12 of the series 14, Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I'm looking at Pamela Lycan's book's sketch here, and I've made this layout of my daughter when she was being a foster mum to these baby goats, and how much fun we had while they lived with us for the two weeks. I've collected together a whole range of bits and pieces that I'm going to use on this layout. They're from everywhere. I've just had them sitting in my stash, so I'm bashing some stash. And I'm going to use these two main papers here for these 4 photos. I love anything wood grain, as you know. If you've watched any of my videos, I'll tell you. I'm just going to quickly cut down the gold coloured Kaisercraft paper to create my frame. I like to frame all of my photos and my layouts as well. This one here, I then take out a 1/4 of an inch from the base paper, which I use to put down and use as my background. When I'm layering it, I always do it one at a time, and it's a bit tricky when you're using just paper on paper because the underneath frame can shift, so be careful when you're doing that. I'm going to use the inners for my mounting of my photos, and I need to trim those down. We had these goats because they were twins, and their mother had actually died, and they were found under the mother, luckily. And when they were found, they didn't think they were actually going to live. So my friend's cousin who owns the goat farm asked my daughter, who is an animal handler, to bottle feed them for the first 10 days. So we had them, and they were funny little girls. One was Artemis and one was Athena, and they took up quite an amount of time of Cody's life, but she enjoyed them, and they were quite funny and entertaining while we had them. So I'm mounting each of these photos using the different pieces of scrapbook paper that I have out of my stash, and as you can see, I'm layering them up. That bottom corner one, I've used multiple to just give it some definition and lifting it off the page. I've got this crafty chipboard title which says Our Everyday Life, because that's pretty much what our everyday life is, different animals at different times. I've used the weathered wood distress paint here to paint the title. I'm finding that's becoming my favourite colour at the moment, and it fits naturally on the chipboard. And crafty chipboard, as you know, is very, very good and solid and versatile. So I'm just painting that, and I'll let that dry while I pull this layout together. First off, I'm going to just mount each of the photos using my Express Set double-sided tape there, leaving the sides free in case I want to tuck things in. This last one, as I said, I multiple layered it, stagger layered it to give it some, different look, some appeal to the person looking at it, and I'm layering it up. Some of my photos I have down flat on the page. Others I'm going to pop to give it some lift off the page because I like dimension. I use pop tape. I know other people use full pieces of foam. I haven't yet to do that. I'm just using the pop tape. So I'm taking off the backing here, and I will layer it accordingly. And you can see that all the photos are going into place as per the sketch. And now this one up here, and I actually put that one up there a little bit too high, and you'll see me move it as I move along. So there's the sketch that I'm working with. I've got my 4 photos in place, and now I'm going to build all my embellishment clusters up. So luckily I have all these pull aparts and embellishments and ephemera and so forth from so many different packs that I just went through and foraged looking for the colour scheme. I sometimes forget to do that, and this actually comes together quite nicely with all the bits and pieces in the right shades of blues and mustards that I wanted for this layout. You can see that I'm layering here with some tabs and some tickets, which I'm using instead of tags. These flowers are cut out of a Vicky Bouton piece of paper. I love that her designs are big and chunky that you can fussy cut them, and they are all different colours and match in. I've gone through with some word phrases as per the sketch, because I do like to pay homage to the sketch as the designer made them. And I'm layering up all of the elements so you can see that the clusters are coming together. And you can hear my cat in the background. She's a little bit sad. Her mum's out at the moment, so she's crying for her. I use this leaf punch here to create some more leaf foliage to build the clusters and make the links between the clusters so that they flow, and it balances out the colour on the layout. I have odd number, as you always know that I like odds. It's more pleasing for the eyes. So for the foliage leaves I have got 7, and that allows for a more balanced layout. You can see that the layout clusters run diagonally down and weave together to make the photos blend together. Now these little girls went back to their farm after 10 days. They were very recovered and able to join their brothers and sisters and cousins in the field because they had got such a good start. And when the farmer picked them up, he was actually quite surprised that they had survived, and not only survived but had flourished. They were an interesting addition to our household, something my husband wasn't too impressed with, but they did give us lots of hours of laughter, and they are like those videos where they just prance around, and they are beautiful. They're Australian miniature goats, and Artemis and Athena, their names were, and they absolutely adored Cody. Cody was like their adoptive mother. So I'm just adding in some journaling about Artemis and Athena, about how much fun they added to our lives and how they really are an integral part of Cody's life. This layout, as you can see, comes together quite easily and it looks amazing. I love how the clusters flow into the photos and then down the page, drawing your eye to all centres of it. And that wood grain is perfect for the background of these photos. It's just a nice layout. And thank you to Pamela for such a great sketch to work with. And you can see the clusters here, adding the details with the little dots in there, bringing them down here with your journaling. And it all sits nicely in this one-page layout. So it went from this sketch, which I paid great close attention to and tried to keep the same, to this layout with these amazing embellishment clusters, which I happen to have lots of this colour in my packs, and pulled them all together to create this layout. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap. Happy scrapping till next time. Hope you found something to inspire, and don't forget to give me a like if you did. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.